Hey guys, I wanted to bring you another video of tonight's Thursday night football game of the Raiders and the Chiefs. So I was actually going to do a prediction before because I wanted to throw out this bold prediction and reason why. But then after thinking about it, it might be a little too far-fetched. But then, and how many people might think we're crazy on this. But listening to sports radio during the day and stuff like that, we get to listen to the Bay Area radio, and how some of the news jockeys and guys were saying that why this could be possible that the Raiders would win tonight. And if you take a step back and some of the interesting stats why the Raiders had a really good chance and why we should not be shocked, let me give you one interesting stat. So the Chiefs actually has been in this predicament before. In 1984, the Chiefs actually gave the 0-10 Oilers their first win. Then back rookie quarterback Warren Moon his first win. They just did the same thing with Derek Carr. History repeated itself, and guess what? That's 30 years ago. Kind of eerie, right? So that was kind of interesting how 30 years ago same thing kind of happened and the Chiefs did the same thing. So we shouldn't be surprised there. Also, there was a trap game potential. They're coming very, very hot. 5-game winning streak. They have the Denver Broncos next following week, and that could decide the division title right there. And you're looking ahead, and because if they won this game as expected, and what Denver should probably be able to win, then you would be facing each other for to take over the division title. So you're looking ahead. That's not a very good good scenario for them, for the Chiefs. So the other thing is, the third thing we have to take consideration is the Thursday night, so it's just a shorter week, and usually the team that travels to the so the team that's away is usually the one that struggles. So in this instance, the Chiefs traveling to West Coast to Oakland had a time adjustment and getting situated and everything. So that was another factor that was difficult. The other factor is, especially having Alex Smith out here in the Bay Area when he was playing in San Francisco, he struggled with bad weather, not ideal conditions. So like throwing the ball in wet condition or windy situations, he was not very good. And that's another thing you have to consider. So he can't throw over anything over 20 yards. That was very difficult for him out here because of the wind, and with tonight's rain did not help, so it's harder to grip, especially with his smaller hands. So that's the other thing you should have considered, that this is not a big surprise. And the other thing that we were hoping, and which they did early on until he got hurt, Latavius Murray got hurt. He went off tonight. Because of last week's game, 4 carries for 43 yards, and then this week he had a really big monstrous game of 4 carries for 112 yards for 2 touchdowns. That's over 50 yards per carry, or about 50 plus yards average right there. That's pretty darn good right there if you think about it. And he had, most of it came from that one big run. But if he did not get out and got hit early, this could have been probably a bigger blowout if you think about it. So that's another thing that you got to take consideration, that we should not be surprised. And now that, because of that question, they also, and once he got knocked out in the first half, they did not really go back to Maurice Jones-Drew and Darren McFadden. They actually turned to Maurice Reese in the fourth quarter of that last drive with Derek Carr. So Yeah, that was actually a big turn. Marcel Reese actually helped in the fourth quarter, and that definitely helped with a balanced attack that way and put less pressure on Derek Carr that way. And it's actually his first comeback win, so that's another thing that's going to be interesting going forward. So overall, I thought this was a really good Thursday night football game because you actually had a really hot team with against more odds than most people would consider, because usually it's a blowout and it's not a very good game, but because you have a really bad team of the Oakland Raiders and you have a really good team, and they had the Chiefs actually had all these other factors coming in. If you look at the history of this season alone for Thursday night football, history shows itself, and that's what we've been telling you. It kind of makes sense. So with three Thursday games next week because of Thanksgiving, it will be interesting to see how it turns out. Some of these games will not probably be close or not. So maybe I should put out some of those bold predictions, because then at least we have record that you guys could have heard it here first why some of these make sense. And there's actually, I mean, hey, these are predictions. These are, if there was a gun pointed at my head and I had to choose one game for this week, which one would I chose? I honestly would have chose this game. And right now with that situation with Buffalo and New York Jets, there's a possibility the Jets might get that win actually. And if you guys think, and so I should make more bold predictions. Maybe I'll do that for the next following week, or maybe I'll show you why there's some evidence on why this game could be different. So for the Buffalo Bills and the Jets that was postponed. But go ahead and like, share, comment, and subscribe if you like this analysis and recap on why and what happened tonight. Should not be a big surprise. So, and go ahead and subscribe to help support this channel, and you'll get more news and rumors and everything NFL related. Thanks.